This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so today we are going to start with the new module S3 bucket, right, which is a logical container. You can say it is similar to Google Drive you might have used. Okay, so S3 stands for simple storage service. Okay, so let me share my screen one moment. And meanwhile, I hope you guys are all practicing properly. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to remember the stuff. Okay. Okay, let me know once you are all able to see my screen. Okay, so now let me explain what is an S3 bucket first, conceptually, right? So we've been drawing diagrams for each and every topic. Okay, so S3 is a logical container. Now please understand why they have named it as a bucket. Because here, like the EBS volume or any disk, it does not require any file system. Okay, so you can upload anything as an object. Okay, so or you can say any items for that matter. Okay, it can be files, yeah, it can be a simple document, it can be a mp3, right, or it can be jpeg, it can be a images, or it can be video. So it can, you can upload anything. Okay, anything. So this file means anything. So this file can be of any extension, any format, anything, or better, any format. Okay, just you need to upload, that's it. What you have to do, upload. What you have to do, upload, and it will get uploaded. Okay, and another important thing about the S3 bucket is, while creation of the bucket, you don't need to specify any size, because the size of the bucket is infinite. It can grow dynamically to any size you want. Okay, you have to keep adding. So initially the bucket size will be 0. Okay, so this is the one thing. So S3 bucket, so S3 stand for simple storage service. Right, now you may ask me why, if we have a EBS volume, which is a better file system, right, then why we are why we are going with this type of storage? The reason is EBS volumes are expensive, and it requires a file system on top of the disk to create a file system, format it, and then only it will be in a usable condition. But whereas here you don't need to create a file system. Okay, anything you can upload or you can dump. So that is the reason they have named it as a bucket in a way. So in the bucket we can put any item, right? So we can put clothes, we can put vessels, any plastic item. So it does not require any special for like specified format. So it can store anything. So that is the meaning they have named it as a bucket. S3 bucket. Okay, simple storage service bucket. And this bucket name, so there are few things we need to consider while we are going with the S3 bucket. Okay, so why S3? So let me, so why we are going with the S3, right? Because the reason is, sorry, yeah, so the reason is simple. First reason is this is cheap, right? So what will happen? We are going to do the same concept what we did in the EC2 section. Like when we are, I mean, not in the EC2, we have did this like CLI access to push logs from EC2 instance to S3 bucket using IAM role. So same thing we are going to repeat it today. Okay. The reason is, see, imagine a scenario. We have our EC2. Okay, that is well and good. And this EC2 instance is having a disk. So think that this is a disk. Okay, so this is a EBS volume, right? So this is attached to it. Yeah, so this disk is attached to the EC2 instance. Well and good. Now this is of 8 GB or you can say 80 GB. Fine. So you have deployed our application also in on top of the EBS volume. Now every application, it will not be idle. So the application means the purpose of developing an application is to make sure that that application runs 24/7 only to get business for the business owner, right? Isn't it? So in the event, the application will write lot of log files. So what it will do? It will write lot of log files. So log files will consume space. Okay. So where it will consume the space? It will consume the space in the EBS volume. Now the only option now we have is you have to keep you have to keep on increasing the size. You can do that. That is very easy. So you can increase to 85 GB or you can increase to 90 GB or 100 GB. So you can keep on going, but this application will not stop. So the application will keep on writing because that is the job of the application, to write logs. So logs are very important for an application to debug the issues in case of any performance issues may occur, or any slowness, okay, or anything they want to store. So logs are very important. So we cannot run any application without logs. You can, but that doesn't make any sense. So any application will have a logs for sure. Okay, now you can increase the size for that matter, but the thing is, who is going to spend money? So for this reason, the business owner is not happy. So you need to spend a lot of money on disk. Okay, so to avoid that, what we can do, let us keep the EBS size as 80 GB, and what we do is we will rotate the logs. If you want to keep the logs, you can keep it in S3, okay, or you can also keep it in the EBS volume, but again, as I discussed, it is a very expensive affair. So rather than keeping in the EBS volume, what you can do, you can directly dump it to the S3 bucket as shown in the diagram here. Okay, so the log files can be anything. This is just an example I have shown here, right? So this can be anything, any format. So eventually what will happen? So suppose every day the application is writing log files which is equivalent to 10 GB. So every day the 10 GB of data will be stored in S3 bucket. Okay. Now the price, why so? Now here two problems are solved. One is you can access the logs whenever you want to from the S3 bucket. That is one thing. And secondly, you have solved the problem of cost, isn't it? So because this is expensive than this and this is a very cheap solution. So this is the thing. Okay, cheap and you can access anytime you want. Okay, why S3? Because first thing is it is cheaper storage service. You can access anytime you want. Okay, then secure because it is managed by AWS. Remember friends, whenever I say a logical container, so in the backend, it also uses some storage devices. To that storage devices, we will not have access. Those are completely managed by AWS. Okay, so in the backend, what they will do, so they will also have like storage array data center. Okay, so you can consider like this. So in the backend, this bucket is maintained in the storage arrays, which is managed by AWS. Okay, and to give us the high availability of the data, they are going to split our data in the two availability zones. You're getting the point. So they will replicate our data in two availability zones. Meaning is, so this is one availability zone and this is another availability zone here. Okay, you can consider this. So this is AZ1 and this is AZ2. But for us, we access data through this logical container. And I'm going to show you this logical container in a minute. Okay, but if something, why they have come up with this strategy? Because if something goes wrong here, you can get the data from here, or if the data something goes wrong here, you can get the data from here. So, and we don't manage this, we will manage only this logical container, just like a Google Drive. Just see the Google Drive I'm going to show you. Similarly, as how I upload anything, similar way we are going to do that. So how we are going to connect? I mean, so let me go to the AWS console and let me go to the S3 management console. So for the very first time, you will see something like this. Okay, store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere. You just need to have the proper credential and you can access the data through a URL. Very simple. Okay. Now, whenever you are going to create a bucket, so you will get a something like this. So you can start with the bucket name and remember the name what I'm giving here. This is for my account only. So this is my bucket. So no one else in the whole world cannot create with the same name. Okay, if somebody have already created a bucket with this name, then I cannot use. So let us try. Now, one more thing you have to remember is whenever you come to S3 bucket console, you see this global. Yes, that is correct, because this is not a regional entity. This is a global entity. But still you may ask why this is showing. Then if this is a global entity, then why they are showing this as a region? Because some companies will have a restriction that their data should not go from their country. Okay, so for this purpose, for example, my my startup or my company is in India, so I would you know ensure that my data should not go outside my country due to some compliance issue or something. So for that reason, we have to mention region. But in the backend, they are going to create in that particular region. But in this console, you can see all the buckets belonging to your account. Okay. Next, we'll come to the object ownership and like ACLs and ACLs without ACL and ACL enabled a little bit later. Okay. Next. Now first let us create it with the simple, and I'm not going to touch all these things. Let us try to create. Yes. So as OCA ambulance is a unique name, so no one has created by this name, so I was able to create. You're getting it. Now let us try to create one more bucket. Now I will let explore. So now let me try to create the same. So OCA ambu lens. Now if I try to create, it will not allow me. It says already, because even though this belongs to my own account, it will not allow me to create. So what I can do, I had to do some modification. So I will just remove this 1A rather than OCA ambulance. So you can create it. So I can now create it. But now let us explore on the object ownership. Now object ownership, what do you mean by that? So as the name indicates, the ownership meaning the permissions to upload anything or view anything, right? See, control ownership of objects written to this bucket from other AWS accounts and the use of access control list. So access control list is a way or a mechanism to give access to other people. Okay. So as it says, ACL is disabled. So it always recommends that we should always disable the ACL, meaning that the anything we are going to upload, they will be owned by this account only. Okay. And if anyone else wants to access, we need to provide them access by creating a custom policy for that particular user. Okay. So for now I am going to disable as recommended by AWS. Now watch this. It says block public access settings for this bucket. Now by default, all the buckets will not be public. You cannot access them via internet. Okay. So by default it will be blocked. So but if you want to change that, you can do it by all means. So if you sorry, if you uncheck this, it is going to throw you a warning. So turning off block all public access might result in this bucket and object within the public. So due to some privacy and security, it recommends to turn off. So but I'm sure that I am using this for public, so I am now enabling with the options. Now next, what do you mean by versioning? Okay, so versioning will come a little bit later. Okay, now tags you can give as usual. You can give name tag. You can name it as or you can say public bucket. Okay, you can name anything, right? So bucket versioning and encryption we are going to discuss little later. Okay, so now I am going to create a bucket. Now see here, now I have created two buckets, right, which are in the same region but the access are different. Here the second bucket, it says objects can be public, but bucket in the first bucket it says bucket and objects are not public. Clear? So what does this mean? It means that whatever you are going to upload in this bucket, it can be public. Please remember, by default no objects will be public. Okay, so let me show an example. So now go inside the bucket. Now once you go inside the bucket, you are getting an option to upload here, so you can upload. So go to upload, add files, and for now I am going to upload this Docker file. Okay, so let us see. So which is of 28 bytes, very simple file. Okay, now see here, while uploading, it is saying what is the destination details. So do you want to enable bucket versioning? I'll come to the versioning little later so that you understand with the example. Okay, then permissions. Now grant public access and access to other AWS account. See, this bucket has the bucket owner enforce settings applied. Use bucket policies to control access. Now you can upload a object, but that will not be accessible by these things. Okay. Now, so storage classes and all will go after this thing. Okay. And then encryption again will go later. Yes, that's it. Tags and metadata, it is all optional, and then upload. Now file is uploaded. Now if you go inside this, you can say here, so this is the object overview and this is the object URL. So you can access the like this. So ocambulance.s3.ap-south-1.amazonaws.com/dockerfile. Okay, but if I try to connect or if I try to access this, I will get an access denied error. This is because, now let me come back, it says this is because of this. Objects can be public but they are not public. So how to make it public? So you have to go inside and go to the permission, and now see, if we had enabled ACL we would have edited this, but I didn't enable the ACL. If I had enabled ACL, I would have just edited the option here and I have given the read permission to the public. See everyone here, but this will not allow me now, isn't it? Because I have enabled, sorry, I have not enabled ACLs. You're getting the point? Okay. Yes. Clear? So how you can make it as a public? So you have to go inside the, you have to come one step back. That is, you have to go inside the bucket, not at the object level. Go to the permissions and you have to attach a policy here. Okay. So that is again very simple. Just go to Google. S3 bucket public access policy. Okay. And very simple policy. Just copy this and you have to edit here and paste. Okay. Now only thing you have to change here is, now use your knowledge which you have gained in IAM policy. Now here also you can see EAR, that is effect, action and resource. So effect is allow, principal is star, everyone, right? So S3 get object and resource, on which resource? So I need to copy this. So I need to paste here, and slash star means every object inside the this thing, and then save changes. That's it. Now it says publicly accessible, isn't it? Now if I just refresh, so it is trying to download. Okay, but I don't want to download it, so I'm not going to. Now let us try to upload some file which can be viewable from the browser itself. So let me upload some pictures. Okay, Hmm. Okay, so let me upload this, right, and upload. Okay, now just change this. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to, so you can see here, right? So if anything is viewable, you can view from the browser itself. So that is how this came, I mean, how this became possible. This is because of this policy. Okay, now let us try to understand what do you mean by versioning now, why it is required. So to understand this, we will require some another type of file, which is a normal text file. Okay, so let me create one text file first. Just a second. Desktop, yeah, so there is, yeah, test upload. So now we are going to upload this file. Okay, before that, let us understand what is there in the test upload file. If you observe, there is only two lines, hi, hello, and this I am going to delete it first and I'm going to save. In this document, there is only one line and two words. It says hi, hello, nothing else. Okay, now watch. Now I'm going to upload this. Go to the files, go to desktop. Yeah, test upload and upload. Right. So now I'm going to change this URL. So test dash upload dot txt and it says hi, hello. What it says? Hi, hello. Okay. Now keep refreshing it. Now I'm going to make another change. Hi, hello. Trying to this line is written after upload. So I'm just writing this line saying that this line is written after uploading. Okay, so I'm again saving. Now I'm again going to S3 management console and again close. And I'm again going to upload the same file. File name is same. Please remember, file name is same. Now watch. Upload. Now see what did you observe now? See, now the content is very less, so it came little quicker. Okay, but if you had observed carefully, until this data was completely uploaded to the S3, we were getting only hi, hello, not the second line. You are getting it? So this is called read after write replica. What do we call this? Read after write consistency. Okay, and replica, it will be replicated in two availability zones in the backend. Okay, now coming to the point why we require versioning now. Now if you notice that I am uploading the same files again and again and again. Now I will try to upload something like something bigger, some more data. So let me copy all this and I'll upload. So I will paste after this. So and I'm going to save. and I'm going to upload. Add files, go to desktop. See, so this is called read after write consistency. Means until and unless your entire data is uploaded and replicated, until then you will be getting the old data. You're getting it. Even for addition and deletion also. Now let me sorry, delete these things. Okay, let me delete everything. So hi, hello. This line is written after, or else we'll do one thing. We'll remain okay. So this is written after deleting everything. Okay. So save this, and I'm going to upload again, add files. Okay. So this is called read after write consistency. Now in the event, what you are observing is the test file, the file name is, or the object name is same. Okay. But if you see here, if you go inside the object, okay, if you go inside the version, there is no versions. Versioning means it is a way of keeping track of the upload by the versioning number or versioning ID. So for each upload, it will generate a versioning ID. Okay, so you can enable bucket versioning like this. Okay, now even though you enabled it now, but it will not have options because it will have only null version. Now watch, I'm going to add something, enabled versioning for the bucket. Now see here, go to the bucket, go to upload, add files, test upload, and upload. Okay, so enabled versioning. Well and good. Now go inside the versioning now. Now you will getting the version ID. So why versioning is required? Because in the event, if you accidentally delete anything, you can restore using the version ID. Or if you want to restore to something, like every day you will be uploading the same files, right? So if you want to restore anything to the old data, so the versioning will really help. You're getting the point. So this is the benefit of enabling versioning. Clear? So this bucket is now publicly accessible, and we have just enabled the versioning as well, with which will keep us to track the every upload with the version ID. Clear? Now you can restore to, so you can share the particular version also with the pre-signed URL. Okay, Now, this is called a pre-signed URL. So pre-signed URLs are used to grant access to an object for a limited time. Okay. Now I will give you like only 1 minute. Now I will try to give you this. It will be accessible for only 1 minute and create a pre-signed URL. So now I'm going to copy this and I'm going to share with you guys. Just watch it. Just try to access it. You will come to know what do you mean by pre-signed URL. So this is called the pre-signed URL. I'm going to just click on this. So I'm going to click on this. See, so this is called the pre-signed URL. Now this will be valid only for 1 minute. Okay, so this is also another way of sharing the data with your customers in a very secured manner. Okay, once they have downloaded the data, so you don't want to keep this link active, so you can, so that will get automatically deleted, isn't it? So we'll wait we'll wait for 1 minute, and meanwhile you can also access that, right? Now next part, so coming to our demo, like demo in the sense like from EC2 our use case. So you want to upload or push logs from EC2 to S3, right? So go to the EC2 management console, and I have already one instances running. Okay, so just click on connect. You'll get the command. If you, why I'm explaining all this, because you should know what are all the things available in the console. There are a lot of information available in the console itself. Better you can, this is very easy command, but if you face difficulty in remembering things, you can use this. Okay, so this is a keeper. Now I will become root. Okay, or you can, now if I run AWS S3 LS, now these are all the command to interact with the other AWS resources. Now what it is saying, AWS not found. What it says, command AWS not found, but can be installed with this command. So I'm going to use this second one because it is going to install the latest version, because I'm now using Ubuntu server. Okay, as you can see here, this is a Ubuntu. So how you can check that, /etc OS release. So this is the path. If you go here, it says pretty name Ubuntu version, and this is the thing. Okay, so Ubuntu is also an open source, very popular operating system, just like Amazon Linux, right? Now, so let us copy paste this. Okay, sorry, 1 second. I copied the plugin. I run it. It will give you the, now it is, what is AWS CLI, right? Yeah, AWS CLI. Yes. So it will install the AWS CLI, that is AWS Amazon Web Services command line interface. Why this is required? Coming back to our diagram here, it is required to talk to this S3 bucket, because this pushing will not be enabled by default. Okay, this is not allowed by default. So that is why I'm putting a X symbol here. Okay, you cannot talk to this. So how you can remove, I am going to show it to you in a moment. So let it get installed, right? Yes, now it is installed completely. Okay, now if I try to run it, so now it is saying that unable to locate credentials. So what does this mean? It means that even though you have just installed a command line interface, that is a software or a package which will interact on behalf of you to do things or to talk to S3 bucket. But for that you need permission, right? So what I told you, so we need to give that permission. So how you can give the permission? So go to the IAM console, create a role. So select AWS service, select EC2, click next, okay, and select S3, okay. So you can create. So now for now I am giving S3 full access because I am a trusted person, okay. And role name you can give AWS to S3 bucket, okay. And you can give tags if you want, that is not required, and create role. So my new role AWS S3 bucket is created, and here if you check the permission, it says AWS S3 full access. So in this action S3 star everything. S3 star means it can do anything. It can create bucket, it can delete bucket. Okay. I'll try to modify this and try to show you something. Okay. We'll modify this permission so that he can only upload things, not delete or create any bucket. Okay. But for now, we are going to go with this. We are happy. So now go to the EC2 instance console, right? And go to the instances, select the instance, go to actions, security, modify IAM role, and select the AWS to S3 bucket and update. That's it. Now it will talk to. So you can see here, now I am getting an output AWS S3 LS, that is I am getting the 2 buckets, right? Now there is already one more bucket. So it is not best practice to give every permission to things, because I'll show you what will happen. AWS S3 RB stands for remove bucket, and this one, sorry, and you have to give the URL S3 colon // yes. So it has removed the bucket. So if you have to access the bucket from your EC2 instance, you have to use this sorry URL, right? Now if I do AWS S3 LS again, you will see only one bucket. So we don't want to do that. Okay, you can create the bucket also. So rather than RB, you can use the MB make bucket. Okay, so already it is saying that when calling the create bucket, confident condition update is currently in progress again. So because we have just now deleted it, so it may take some time to update. So you can use the OC ambulance from CLI, so you can create it. So this will get created. Okay, so even though we have deleted, it will take some time to reflect, because I told you, right? So this should be okay. So it may take some time to reflect, right? Okay. Okay, so now Yes. Now to coming to our demo. Now I will try to modify the permission. Now I'll go to the IAM again. I don't want this. I don't want, because anyone can run the delete option, right? So I will go to the roles and I'm going to inside the role and I'm going to copy this, right? So I'm going to create an inline policy. So I'm going to make use of the JSON here. Okay, just copy. Okay. Now I'm going to use only S3 put object. That's it. It means it will only push the logs. Okay. And name I'm giving S3 for CLI and create a policy. Okay, now I'm going to remove this which we gave earlier. So I'm going to remove it. Now it has only the custom. So S3 put object. Now if you see here, now if I try to create any bucket, say for MMM, so it will throw me an error, access denied. Okay, so create bucket also it will not allow, or it will not allow me to remove bucket. So delete bucket operation, access denied. But it will allow me to put the logs, but we do not have logs, right? So now let me try to simulate. So now there is a log file which every operating system will have. So this is the log. Okay, now we'll try to move that log file. Okay, so we'll try to copy this, or else we'll do one thing. Let us simulate. Let me create some dummy files, log files. Touch log 1 to 100 dot xml. Now if you see here, there are 100 xml log files. Okay, so now in order to move this one by one, so I will run a command for I in. If you guys let me maximize this so that you understand this command. Okay, so for I in ls do semicolon do AWS S3 MV dollar I. Okay, to where? To S3 colon OCA ambulance slash logs slash. Okay, but remember I have not created a logs folder here. Okay, so these are just, let me create a folder called logs. Okay, and create. Okay, now, okay, so now what this will do for, so this is basically, it is called as for loop. So for I, so I am taking I as a variable in ls. Ls means to list the files. For every output of ls, for every each file name, it is going to do what? It is going to run the command AWS S3 move the file to the S3 bucket, this location. Okay, and done. I hit enter. So now you can see it is moving one by one. So let it run, and same we can see inside the logs folder. So this is the logs folder, and you can see now there were 13, 14. So it will keep on increasing. So dynamically So it will increase. Getting the point? So 24 objects. Now it will be 27. Okay. Now one thing you are noticing here. Now let us try to understand about the storage classes. Okay. See, whatever the object is, it is now size, it will be 0 because it is a dummy file, so it does not contain anything. So forget it. You just understand the concept. Now see, whatever you see here, everything it is standard. What is this standard? Standard, 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 standard. Even in this bucket, if you go here, so these are also, it says storage class standard, standard, standard. What does this mean? It means that it is a storage class by default. When you create a bucket, every object gets uploaded and it will store it in the classes. So even see, S3 is again a cheapest storage solution to store your data, which becomes costlier to manage in EBS volume, that is in this disks. You're getting it? So still moving. Okay. If you have to maintain in this EC2, it will be costly. But again, if you want to save further more cost in S3, so for that also there is a option here. So that is what it is saying here. See, replicate your data to any storage class to save on storage cost. So how to get started? So this is called the S3 replication. Okay. See, this is what I meant. Okay. See, enables automatic asynchronous copying of objects across Amazon S3 objects, and it will store it in a two types of region. You're getting it? So storage classes is of various types. Okay. So now let me show you that. See. So these are all the storage classes available. So this is the standard. By default, this will be there. So this is the costliest and this is the cheapest. Glacier Deep Archive. When it comes to S3, okay, of course, all the classes are cheaper than EBS volumes. But when it comes to inside S3, there are again different classes, isn't it? So think that S3 is a going by train. Okay, so rather than going by flight, you can use the train if you reserve in advance. So train is cheaper. So again in train there are several uh, classes like first class AC, second class AC, sleeper class, second class, like that. So ultimately, the if you are traveling in a train, you will reach from destination A to B. That is the ultimate goal. But in reaching the goal, there are options to save cost. So you can go in AC and you can pay more, or you can go in sleeper class and you can pay less. So similarly, even with the S3 storage, we have an option to reduce our costs. Okay, so you can always do that. So see here, now it has got clear. Any doubts? So
Using
now,
cron job, cron tab.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, this we can do it using cron job.
That you can show one time will be great.
So what you can do is you can use a cron tab, which is a scheduler. Okay, and you can use this to edit this cron tab. Okay, so then again these are all comes under system administration task. So as they have given it nicely here, minute, hour, day of month, month of the year, day of week, and the command which you want to run. So they have given an example here. So this means at 0 minute and 5th hour. Okay, so that means 5 a.m. and DOM, day of month. So every day of, then month, so every month, so every day, every month at what is day of week. So this means Monday. So this means Monday. So every Monday at 5 a.m. Okay, or let me give full explanation. So every month, okay, every month, every week on Monday 5 a.m. it will run this command. You got it? Okay, every month, every day of the month on Monday at 5 a.m. it will run this. Okay, let me give another example. So let me say, what is the time now? It is 9. So 9:30. I will write a cron job for 9:30. So 30 and 21, which is for 9. Now I want to make sure that it should run only on October. So October means write 10. Day of month is day of month is today is what date? 19th. Then month of the year. So month of the year is 10. Then day of the week is what is today? Today is Wednesday. So 3. Okay. And what is the command you want to run? So AWS S3 move slash home slash Ubuntu slash star dot XML. You can move like this also, because you know the extension of the logs. You can run like so. Move to where? So S3 colon slash logs. So like this you can write the script in the cron tab and you can save. Okay, if you want to be more specific, you can which AWS. So you can give this complete path also. So cron tab -e, come down. Okay, now what is the time? Let us run it for 9:05. Okay. So, okay, what is the time now? 15:33. Okay, we need to set as per this. So I'm going to set it as 15:36 or 37. Okay. So because I'm just saying so I'm going to hit, let us make it as 38 and this one is 15. Okay, what is the time now? Okay, 34. Okay, let me change again. 35. Sorry, 36. And meanwhile, let me go to cd home Ubuntu and touch. I'm going to create some 10 files. That's it. So touch log 1 to 10 dot xml. Yeah. So now let us wait for. Okay, so the cron job will run. So we'll wait for couple more time. Yes, now it might be running in the background. It will take some time. Now let us see whether I can see the logs, right? So there were only 100. There should be. Let me check whether the. Let me check whether that has run. So how we can check? So you can check. Var log. Just a second. Okay, so let us check. Let us see whether the files are there or not. No, it is still there. 1 second. Cd var log. Uh, mm, okay, cron d service is not there. Okay, 1 second. Mm, no, actually it is running. Just a minute. Hmm. Okay, let me write one more, which will run every second. Okay, this is a very simple one. This is just to check whether cron is running or not, and I'm going to change this to XML to LML. Okay, AWS S3 MV to star.lml to S3. Okay, then we'll modify this. So now let me create files with LML extension. Yeah, so now let us see. Let me go to S3. So you must see, it will take some time, we'll wait. Let us with, sorry, dot LML. Nothing is there. It is not. Cat syslog. Yeah, see, it has run now. See, no MT install. Okay, move a file to this bucket. Okay, to test2 slash home slash ubuntu slash. Yeah, it is moving, but okay. Sorry, slash home. Oh yeah, it has moved now. LML. Let me just check. I created LML, right? Where is that? Hmm. Hmm? Yeah, it has created around tab F1L. Okay, so this should work now. Let us see. Yeah, it is working actually 1545. Yeah, just now it has ran. See, CMD user bin AWS S3 move home Ubuntu star.lml to S3 logs. Yeah, just now it has run. We'll wait. Meanwhile, we'll try to delete the old ones. User bin AWS S3 move. Let me try to run it. We can. Okay. The syntax is wrong. So that is the reason. Right. So what we'll do, we're going to edit this and going to change it as for I in home Ubuntu okay, don't forget to add this for I in home Ubuntu do AWS3 move. What you have to do, $I to this S3 bucket and done. Okay, we can comment this, the top one. So above one also, due to the syntax issue, it didn't work. So let us see it will work now. Now whether we have, yeah, LML files we have. So let us see. Yeah, if you see now, for I in ls, oh sorry, again there is a mistake. One second. So this here it should come, entire thing ls. Because what will happen, let me explain you this. If you run this, okay, so it will list the things. Okay, now it will work. So now I have written for LML. So now slowly it should come. Okay, we'll wait. Fifteen 50 it has run already. So sometimes it takes time. Let us see. Wait for a few minutes. Let me try to run this here once again. Let us check for any syntax error. Oh, the user provided path log5.xml does not exist. So why? What is the meaning? Uh, second. Wait a minute. What it is trying to do? Let us understand. Echo $I. Done. Log1.lml. It is not getting the path correctly, so that is why it is failing. So let me fix that quick. So let me append this. Okay, let me append this in cron tab itself. E. So we need to give full path here. Move. Yes. So we need to give full path here. Yeah, now it should work. Okay, now we'll observe. So now let us check the logs. Yeah, it has run now properly. Let us see. It was empty. Yeah, you got it right. So now it has come. Got it? So we have to give the full path. Otherwise, it was trying to move the only the file name and not the entire path. So that is the reason it didn't work out. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. Any doubts? Please ask me now.
Yes.
Okay. No doubts. So you can see the version also. See here. I deleted, right? So you can see the versioning also here. Okay, guys. Then that's it. I'm going to stop the recording.